Hello soulmates, welcome to another interesting online tutorial. So in this video we'll be learning how to read a tape measure. So here is a tape measure and it's numbered from 1 to 16. And as we can see, the numbers are placed on the longest bar on the tape measure. That is to say, the longest bar on the tape measure indicates the 1-inch bar. Okay, so let's start from the beginning of the tape measure. As you can see, I removed the metal at the edge of the tape measure so we can read from the very beginning. Okay, so as we can see, in between an inch there are 8 smaller bars. That means every 8 bars makes up 1 inch. So now let's count. 1, the first bar, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 bars make up 1 inch. So after the 1-inch bar, we have another 8 bars to make up the second inch, just as you can see. Okay, so I have marked out the bars on my pattern paper exactly as it is on the tape measure for better explanation. So as you can see, this is the beginning of our tape measure and we have our bars making up 1 inch, that is 8 bars. Okay, so in measuring in inches, we make use of fractions. So I will be labeling each bar in fractions. That is, from the first bar, we label it 1/8. And the second bar, 2/8. Okay, let me zoom so we can see it a little bit clear. Alright, so the second bar is 2/8, the third bar 3/8, the fourth bar 4/8, the next 5/8, like so, till we get to 1 inch, which is 8/8. That is the 8th bar. Okay, so in maths, when we are dealing with fractions, we have to compute into the smallest figure. So the first bar, which is 1/8, is the smallest fraction, so it remains like that. And the second bar, 2/8, we have to compute to the smallest fraction. There we will be having 1/4, and 1/4 is known as 1/4. So the next 3/8 remains like that, and the next 4/8, after division, we have 1/2, and 1/2 is known as the half-inch bar. So the fourth bar after computing gives us 1/2. That is our half-inch bar. As you can see on our tape room, that is the half-inch bar. Okay, so that is the next longest bar after the 1-inch bar. So the next bar is our 5/8. It remains like that, and the next is 6/8. After division, on the 6/8 bar we have 3/4. That's when you divide 6/8, we have 3/4, and 3/4 is our 3/4 bar. That's our 3/4 bar. The next is 7/8. It remains like that, and then the next is 8/8, which gives us our 1-inch bar. Okay, so when we are reading from our tape from the beginning, that bar is our 1/4 bar. That is 1/4. That is our 1/4, as you can see on our tape measure. So we'll read now from the beginning to that point. We have 1/4, that is 1/4. from the beginning to that point we have 1/2, that is ½ inch, like so. And then also from the beginning we move to the next one, we have 3/4, that is 3/4. And then from that to the other, to the longest bar, we have 1 inch. So from the beginning also to that point there, we have 1 inch 1/8. And then with the next we have 1 inch and 1/4, that is 1 inch and 1/4, like so. And then 1 inch and half. At this point we have 1 inch and half. Then the next one we have 1 inch and 3/4, as you can see. And then we have 2 inch from the beginning, we have 2 inch, that is the next longest line. Okay, back to our tape measure. Now let's read our tape measure. So from the beginning of our tape measure, you can see where I'm pointing now, that is our quarter bar. So if we are reading quarter at that point. And then ½ inch at that point, that is 3/8 at that point. ½ inch, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and then 1 inch. When we continue reading, we have 1 inch and 1/4, 1 inch and 1/4, 1 inch and 3/8, okay, then 1 inch and half, then 1 inch and 5/8, 1 inch and 6, that 1 inch and 3/4, sorry, and then 2 inch. Okay, 2 inch and 1/4, 2 inch and 3/8, 2 inch and half, 2 inch and 3/4, and 3 inch. So like so, we'll continue reading like so. Okay, for example, we want to take the circumference of this object. We'll place our tape around the object and make sure the tip of the beginning of the tape measure is where we read from. That is where it ends. On the other part is where we read for. So as we can see, the tip of the beginning of that tape measure is resting on this bar right here where I am pointing at. So if I'm reading, I will hold that at that point and then read what I have measured. So at this point I have measured 5 3/4. So that bar that it stopped is what? 5 3/4. As you can see, 5 3/4. So the circumference of my object is 5 3/4. So at this point, I believe we now have a better understanding on how to read our tape measure. So if you find this video helpful, feel free to like and share. See you in our next tutorial.